What's up, guys? It is Friday. It is the end of the week, and we are going to be doing a market recap for the week of how I did, what I did to manage risk, how I was able to get a almost six-figure a week, which is actually insane. We made, a drum roll, 69 or 7, not, no, I'm kidding, 67. Okay, I know that's really cheesy and corny, don't listen to me, but we made $69,000 for the week right there, which is actually insane, with a win rate of 80%, which is amazing. So we're going to be breaking down the trades that we took on Friday. I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I looked for throughout the week and how I was able to get this big, massive number, and how it's not just all about, oh my gosh, almost six-figure week, that's crazy, Will. Like, what we have to identify is the difference between somebody that's trading size like me, between 20, 15, 20, 25 minis, to somebody that's trading maybe lighter positions, do the exact same trades. The only difference is leverage. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And if you guys do want to live trade with me and do this with me in real time, link down below. So this is Friday's price action. We just minimized and shrunk myself right there. And this is Friday's price action. We can see I have clear zones, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and these zones hit perfectly, right? These zones hit perfectly. And you can see that, how am I able to identify these zones? What am I doing that I know how and where these markets and the market's going to move to X zone? And there's two things behind that. One, I'm identifying buying and selling pressure, and two, I'm identifying trend, right? We can see on a higher time frame, this is on the 15-minute time frame, that this is all a major level of resistance, right? We hit this level, we fell back down. We hit this level, fell back down. We hit this level, fell back down. And if I even go ahead and remove this zone here, we can even see my algo says this is a resistance level, right? We actually tapped into it right here, now kind of slowing down, right? So if I actually go ahead and remove all my levels, we can see that just off of my algo, again, major levels of resistance and support, that these are all key levels, right? And if I go ahead and down to just off of this level, right, from resistance to what? Resistance, and then I go to a smaller time frame, the 1 minute, you can clearly see that this is acting as a resistance level. We come in, we hold above this level, we continue, right? We fall down, we get rejected, we sell right back off, right? And so you guys can see by understanding how these zones work, or even when the market is pushing and fixing our levels, right, throughout the day, right, we can see how accurate these zones are, right? We hit this level, we sell off, we come in here, we act as a resistance level, boom, we sell right back off, right? So just zones and identifying zones are going to help us know when to go long and when to go short. The next thing that we want to look at, and I tell you guys this all the time, is just trend. Trend. We can see that the overall market as of this morning or today is bullish, right? Here's a low, and we can even visually show this to you guys. We have obviously a low, a higher low, a higher low, right? Another higher low, and so forth. So the overall momentum is bullish, so we shouldn't really be looking for shorts. There's no reason we should be looking for shorts, right? We trade with the trend. Somebody's like, oh, look, we shoot up so much, now I want to look for a short position. Well, technically, you could have made money here, but the overall bias of the market is bullish, so why would we be trying to look for a trade that's going to be harder to find than just trading with the momentum of the trade? It'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot more forgiving, because let's say you have a bad fill or you get in a bad entry, the overall trend's still in your favor, so you're still going to be green, right? So does that all make sense? And this was today's price action, right? And that's all we identified. If we go to a 5-minute time frame, right, we can see yesterday, this is yesterday's price action. See how we shot down, came back, consolidated. So this price action was a little bit more of a consolidation day, right? But still, by identifying our zones, it can help us figure out our entries, right? This is a clear what? Consolidation. We break it back to consolidation. It comes down to retest the support, comes back down. Then we form that lower high right here, and then we sell right back off. So see how we're just doing trend and we're just doing zones. Now, the only thing that people are struggling with is psychology and risk management. But if we can just knock all that stuff out and be really, really, really good on that, we should be absolutely fine. And that's exactly how I make $69,000 on the week. It's just based off of these levels. Now it's like, Will, that's so simplistic. Yes. The easier you make a system, the easier you make a strategy, the more consistent you can become. If you study strategy is super hard, if you study a strategy that doesn't make sense, or there's so many rules and variables inside of that strategy, you're going to make more mistakes, you're going to be less consistent, you're not going to get as many payouts. So think like that. So hope you guys like this fast recap. I just want to quickly hop on in here and make a very, very fast video about the P&L for the week. Absolutely dominated it and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys later.